especially want to welcome the family of Tammy Joe to Livingston County and share this special service with you. Some special thank yous to make this possible: the Greenmount Cemetery in the town of North Dansville, Snyder Brothers Cemetery, Gibney Monument, Doherty Funeral Home, Fred McDowell for always looking after this, Latz for transportation, the FBI for assisting, Reverend David Hotchkiss, who's going to be presiding here today, and all you folks for coming out for this special occasion. Tammy Joe means so much to anybody who lives in Livingston County for so many years. The great men and women of the Livingston County Sheriff's Office sees her as family, and Pam the same way. You're all family to us, and whatever we can do, we're always here for you. As I said, this will be a special service, and again, thank you all for coming. And with that, I'll turn it over to Reverend David Hotchkiss.
Thank you, Sheriff. Quite frankly, I'm very humbled and honored to be here. And I've given this a great deal of thought. I think we really need to begin with the family. And then I'm going to have Sheriff York, former Sheriff York, speak. And then I will. So the family, I understand, is going to come up together. And so you can come right on up. You can pass the mic from one to another, and everybody will be able to hear you. We are so thankful that you all are here. What a blessing it is.
I'm Pam Dyson, Tammy's sister. There may be a lot of people that I forget to thank, and it's not on purpose. I want to thank everybody for coming to you. This is a memorial service to me. This is our funeral for her. So thank you. I'd like to say thank you to everyone who has came here to help us celebrate the life of Tammy Joe, because the short time we had her deserves a celebration. I wanted you to know a few things about the girl who has been so loved in your community. Tammy Joe was a sweet and gentle person who used to use her beautiful smile to hide her pain. She was outgoing and friendly, adventurous, and perhaps a little mischievous. She never met a stranger, and if you spoke to her for a few minutes, you felt as if you had known her forever. Those who knew her never saw a sign of the turbulence that she lived in every day. There was no hint of the pain and fear that lived inside of her. Nobody who saw her would ever guess that she lived in a home where she was subject to constant abuse. That is why she was a frequent runaway. It was her escape and her safety net. Please remember, it was 1979. That was a different era, with different circumstances. Kids ran away, and they came home safe. None of us knew or imagined the horror Tammy might meet. I never for a moment thought my sister could be deceased. In my mind, she was living happily somewhere with a man she loved and children she doted on. It never occurred to me that someone would murder my sister, and even now in my mind, I cannot understand why. Tammy was sweet and kind. Why would anybody want to harm her? Why would anybody murder her and throw her away? I never understand how anybody could look into her beautiful eyes and take her life in such a vicious way that they did. When I was first contacted by the lady who told me about Caledonia Jane Doe, I said, oh, no way. That can't be my sister. That could not have been her fate. Even as I saw the first photo, my mind told me no. Tammy deserved so much more in life. She deserved not to have her life taken. She deserved to grow up and to grow old. Even as I received the notice that Caledonia was my sister, I was dumbfounded and in complete disbelief. Then I began to read everything I could find on this case. I was overwhelmed with emotion when I saw the huge outpouring of love for my sister in this community. A girl with no name this community adopted and took care of, making sure she was never forgotten, making sure she was always loved. You're a remarkable community, and what you did for my sister is both beautiful and amazing. I wish I could find the words to tell you how much I appreciate all that you have done for Tammy.
Mere words alone are just inadequate to express the great depth of my gratitude. I would also like to express my gratitude to the Livingston County Sheriff's Office if it was not for their dedication and commitment to Tammy that kept her case alive all these years. It was also their willingness to listen and follow up on every possible lead that enabled Tammy Joe to be linked to Cala Doe. You will forever have our gratitude to many people who spent years trying to give a name to a girl they had never met and knew only as Callie. I want to say thank you for that and for not giving up. To the Daughtry Funeral Home, thank you for the gifts you have given Tammy Joe and to us. Sounds hollow and in no way adequately reflects our great gratitude. You've done an amazing job and created something beautiful for Tammy Joe that is breathtaking and beautiful as she was. What you created is more than a monument. It's a tribute to the girl taken away too soon. It's a reflection of the great amount of love that has been given to my sister. I would also like to say thank you to anonymous people who donated, the bench that was donated. Someone told me that the wood came from Vietnam and has a biblical significance. Your tribute to my sister is beautiful and loving. It has not gone unnoticed. Lastly, we wish to express our gratitude to Laurel Now, Tammy Joe's best friend in high school.
If it had not been for her and the love that she had for my sister to want to reconnect, then none of us would be here today. You're a true friend and a wonderful person. I want to say thank you for helping us find Tammy Joe. When I was asked where I wanted Tammy's final resting place, I responded without hesitation that I wish for her to stay here, though it would be nice to have her near. While it is not known why she was here, home was not a place that was happy to be. She clearly felt the need to escape, along with the great amount of love and compassion she was shown by this community made my decision easy. It is with bitter irony that this place, her life on earth, ended. So I remind myself is also the place where her life began in heaven. I can almost see her there laughing and teasing and smiling and dancing and singing, that beautiful smile on her face. She looks down knowing that she has always been loved and she was never forgotten. Until I see you again, you'll forever be in our hearts. Thank you.
Laurel, anyone close to this case would know that Tammy really liked to write letters, and I saved letters. But anyway, this one I wrote recently. I thought of you today and decided to write you a few lines. Many years have passed since I saw you last. I see you as if it were yesterday. Your big smile. You had one hand on your hip and that unmistakable southern twang when you talked. You were so ready for adventure and all that life had to offer. I know we had some really great adventures that I will never forget. And we know now that you are on a heavenly adventure. And although many seek to know why you left here so soon, I believe you're resting in good hands, in God's hands. And I know that if God chooses to, He will bring to light all things hidden to us now. Tammy, you did make a difference in this world and in my life. I just wanted you to know that. You are a kind and loving soul, truly worthy of remembering. I know you're at rest now, and that someday I will see you again. Best friends always, Laurel.
Thousands of hours with our law enforcement community, from the FBI to the state police, to law enforcement across this country, trying to give you the resolve that we hope you find some peace and comfort today with this resolution of at least who your sister is, and more importantly, where she is. We hope, and I know the dedication and commitment of our law enforcement community, they'll never stop. We'll bring an answer to you, whether it's today or this week or this year. This agency, the FBI, has a reputation of non-stop commitment to giving justice to victims. We only hope that you find some comfort in knowing that over 10,000 leads have been investigated as a result of the death of your sister and this most important part of your family. We never stop. The agency will never stop in the future. The FBI has committed every resource they've got to this community and to this case. Laurel, we can never, ever say thank you enough. I knew it would take one report to make the difference, and it did. Carl Koppelman will never forget the phone call you made. I am incredibly proud of the Livingston County Sheriff and that agency for the commitment they have given to this case and continue to give. We hope you find some comfort and peace in today's ceremony. Thank you.
But they turned aside to check it out. Those of you that know Scripture know right now what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of a man who was taking care of his father-in-law's sheep on the side of a mountain one day. And he saw what looked to be a bush on fire, but it wasn't being consumed by the fire. And the Bible simply says, he turned aside. You know, you folks turned aside today. It's something very rare in our culture today. People taking of their own time to turn aside. Because these men turned aside, it started the whole ball rolling. That man on the mountainside, 40 years later, he led thousands of people from slavery into a land that flowed with milk and honey. This is 35, 36 years later.
Remember Tammy Joe.